Some years ago, I went back to my hometown to attend a reunion of our grade school class. It was a wonderful time to renew old acquaintances, to remember precious moments we had shared so long ago, to laugh together, to remember together. It was also a good time to see what had become of some of the people we knew in the past. I was pleased to see that some of those who back in those days had the most beautiful heads of hair now had the fewest hairs left, and some of the handsomest athletes now had the biggest beer bellies. There is justice in this world, and I was delighted to see that I was one of the better preserved of all those old relics there. It was also a time to confront our old teachers, this time adult to adult, and to marvel at how good these teachers' memories still were. They could remember the smallest incidents, the most insignificant but precious moments, even though they had taught so many classes since that time. It was a great opportunity to tell some of those teachers just what a profound impact they had had on our life. A reunion is a time for remembrance. The month of All Souls is also a time of remembrance, a time of reconnecting with people with whom we once had a relationship of some sort. We remember our family members, our friends and acquaintances whom we once knew, those people we loved, with whom we laughed and shared experiences, those who taught us something, and those whom we were able to teach. Perhaps we remember those who gave us life, or saved our life, or changed our life. Perhaps we remember those to whom we gave life. We remember those people who breathed the same air as we, and who were our neighbors on this planet. Those people who lived just as we are living now. Those people who died just as we too shall one day die. We call to mind that in our essence we are all souls, and so we celebrate the bond between all souls. We explode the illusion dividing time from eternity and recognize that the veil between them and us is a veil over our own eyes only. Today we can say with the great poet T.S. Eliot, "I had seen birth and death, but I had thought they were different." When we go to a reunion, we go to delve into memory, and we find that memories are good, but belong to the past alone. When we celebrate the bond between all souls, we are in the realm not of memory merely, but of hope. And we find that there is no past, but only one eternal moment, one eternal now, one eternal God in whom we all live. The enduring bond between all souls is one of the most precious, one of the most comforting, and one of the most profound insights of our faith. We are intrinsically united not only to God, but to all souls. And it does not matter in the least whether these other souls are right here in this room, or on another continent, on the other side of the world, or have already left this planet. We know this truth of universal connection. We knew it long before the internet made it easier to visualize. As partakers of the one Spirit, we are all one. We touch each other. We help each other no matter where we might be. That is why traditionally we have prayed not only for the souls on the other side, but also to them. they have not left us at all. Once we grasp this awesome truth, then death is no longer something to be feared. For death is not the end of life at all, but the beginning of a whole new level of life, much like a graduation ceremony where tears may indeed be shed, mourning the end of youth, but where excitement burns in our hearts as we near our goal. Yes, we grieve over the so-called loss of a loved one, and sometimes we grieve very deeply. But it is for ourselves that we grieve. It is we who feel the loss, not they. In reality, we can never lose anyone to God. It is only in God that we truly find one another. When we fully realize this, we can cry out with St. Paul, "Death, where is your victory? Death, where is your sting?" The celebration of the month of All Souls teaches us that death is not an enemy to be feared. It is rather the only friend that can carry us to God. We on this side of death still have our eyes closed to so many things, precisely because our eyes are distracted by so many other things. It was the blind, undistracted Helen Keller who had the insight to say, "Death is no more than passing from one room into another, but there is a difference for me, you know, because in that other room I shall be able to see." Whom are we honoring at this reunion today? Who are those souls that belong to this illustrious bunch known as All Souls? They are our fathers and our mothers, our ancestors remembered and unremembered, our sisters and our brothers, our children and our neighbors. They are those long dead and those yet to be born. And among this family of all souls stand you and I. Let us go then to the reunion, to remember and to hope, because there, in that other room, we too shall be able to see.